Well, hi everyone, and welcome to this Parking Industry Awards briefing for 2024. So, in this briefing, we'll cover the awards, our long service recognition, which is new this year, some Q&A, and some reiteration of some important points for you, and then we will close. Okay, so the awards close this year at 5 o'clock on the 3rd of September at Melbourne time, so it's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So the Eastern States finalists will be announced during the week commencing the 23rd of September, and we will let you know. The categories, as has been advised by Parking Australia, there are some new categories and there are some slightly amended categories. All the information is at parking.asn.au in terms of all the information as it relates to categories and the awards, and also National Roads and Traffic. Don't forget to come along to that. So some award tips first, and if you're listening to this, you may have put an application in the past. If you haven't, that's great too. But the first thing to do, like any awards criteria, is to read the criteria first. Understand what we are asking and why, and then frame your application in relation to that. So our suggestion, and I know in previous roles I've put applications in for awards, is read the criteria, go away, read it again, and then write it. And write for the judges. Write so that they understand the outcomes and the deliverables as it relates to the criteria. But don't assume that they know who you are or what you do from your firm, or as it relates to potentially an individual award. Explain, as I said, the practicals. This is a practical, person-centered industry. What did it mean? Who did it help? What did it deliver, for example? And don't forget to get your submission in on time, 5 o'clock, 3rd of September, because we will start judging the next day with our judges, and we will then work our way through that process. To start your application, you need to go to the website there that's mentioned, pay your application fee for the nominations, and then the system will send you a link to what's called Cadmium, which is the awards portal, and that's the front page you'll get there. You can see that the reminders are there about the dates, and then obviously the award night, which is the 30th of October at the Sofitel at Melbourne, and dinner tickets are on sale now. From there, you need to then start an entry for each of the projects you want to put an application in for. The important thing, and I've just used the City of Gus is one of my kids, is to put a project name. So it could be the On-Street Parking Initiative or the Sustainable Project Initiative or the Diversity and Inclusion Project, just so that we understand and the judges understand what the project is about and what it's for. And then obviously, if you're the City of Gus or whatever firm that you might be in, City of Gus doesn't exist, but we're using it as an example, then you put the company name. Obviously, if it's an individual award, you put your individual award. And here on the awards category is a pop-down box of all the different categories. So it's important just to put the project name and the organisation name as well. As you can see, I have just started for a bit of a test or a show and tell, really, the project. So when you come into your project details, you can go in and put the project details as per the criteria for each of the categories, and that explains what you're required to do, the weighting of each of the criteria, and what we're asking you to do. Then you can upload your images. That depends on now the categories. Have a look at how many you're asked to do from minimum to maximum. And then the important one this year is video or audio optional. You don't have to put in video or audio this year. We've taken some of the feedback from members. So if you click on from that box there, number 3, and this is where it will take you, you are asked to opt out of that upload there. So even if you don't want to put audio or video in, and you don't have to, the audio and video we will use as part of the finalists' presentations. We will work our way through that this year. We had some feedback last year saying it was quite onerous, so you don't have to. And if you do, then the criteria is there for you to follow that. But please do, if you don't want to, opt out of that box. Sorry, click on the opt out of that box there. Okay. So that's the awards, and the awards, I can't reiterate enough, will close at 5 o'clock on the 3rd of September. We will have those finalists announced. We will let you know during, all being well, the week of the 23rd of September, and we will go from there. So in terms of the other part of the awards night this year, noting that they are not part of the awards themselves, their link is there for 30 plus years of service. So we had some great feedback in the past couple of years about recognising people who've been in the industry for a significant period of time, and that is an absolutely fantastic achievement. These aren't awards as such; they're a certificate of long-standing service. You can work in multiple companies over that period of time, so they're not an award. They're not being judged. We don't need a bio or a photo. They're essentially a recognition, not a competitive award. As the criteria and the information there says, you need to be nominated by current Parking Australia organisational members. And if you're a sole employee, sole director, you can do that yourself. And we essentially will include the nominees' names, but they must agree, if you're not the nominee yourself, to be agreeing to be nominated. Attendance on the night is not required to receive the recognition. We will ensure that people who aren't there on the night will get their certificate sent in the mail after the week after the awards night. Nominations, again, they're for a recognition. They're not an award, so it's a long-standing service recognition. They close also on the 3rd of September, and we'll be in touch if we need any further information. Once we have all the details, we'll let you know if you can expect your nominee to receive their certificate at the Parking Awards dinner. So it's really, really simple. Don't need a bio. We don't need a full-blown history. We don't need a LinkedIn profile. We don't need a photo. It's basically putting that information there, and that's what you'll find when you go into the system that we're running off Wild Apricot, which is our normal Parking Australia backend. Nominee name, do you have permission, or how long they've been in, and that you're certifying that the information is true and correct. And that's really important. We're asking you to be upfront. So it's 30 years plus. If you've got questions, please do reach out to Trish or I. So that's paa@parking.asn.au. So a reminder as we close this, if you do have questions, contact Trish or I anytime. paa@parking.asn.au. The nominations for long-standing recognition close on the 3rd of September, and also the awards and the awards night tickets are also open at parking.asn.au. If you've got questions, please do reach out to us. Otherwise, we look forward to your applications and nominations for both. It'll be a fantastic night. Joe Stanley, who's known to many of us, former Fox FM presenter and also national TV presenter, will be our fantastic MC. Also, if you're thinking about sponsoring, you'd like to be involved, reach out to me at ceo@parking.asn.au. Thanks for your time. Good luck with your nominations. Nominations close 5 o'clock, 3rd of September. Get them in early, get them done. And if we've got feedback we need to provide or need to double check with you, we can do that well in advance of if you've missed things or things haven't uploaded properly, that from your end, we can do that well in advance. So get in early, get them done, and we look forward to having you part of our Parking Industry Awards 2024. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.